Hi everybody and welcome to Indigo Sky Holistic. I'm Davina Ketson, an intuitive energy healer, holistic therapist, and I'm here today to share some EFT. I have been taking part in a challenge, a process, a event this month during March in a membership that I'm part of, and it brought up some stuff for me which I kind of didn't expect it to bring up. And reading through comments from other people, it's brought up similar thoughts and feelings for them as well. And I thought I wanted to make an EFT around the theme of the challenge, but I thought I'm going to make this one first because I've had to do some diving into this one to allow for the other one. So what's this all about? So I'm part of a Wealth Vibe membership with a fabulous intuitive mentor. Previously was a business coach and human design coach that I've been receiving support from. I've been part of her classes, processes, memberships and things since about 2020, almost 5 years. And this membership is incredible. So I'm going to pop the link for that below because it's a really beautiful place if you're looking to expand and grow, not just money, but a whole new way of being. It's a great place to be in a richer, wealthier, more prosperous mindset, no matter what your thoughts or feelings are. If you want to be in that place, this membership is a great place to be. So this month during March we've been doing a challenge. Obviously everything's specifically around money and wealth and things like that. So each month that's what the challenges are themed around: expanding wealth and prosperity. And this month's theme has been miracles, like expecting and how to create miracles. And there's some really beautiful things to do. So there's going to be another EFT on my channel very soon about miracles, just to call them in, just to be in the energy of them happening, because they are opening, they are happening all the time. But this one is the one that I ended up thinking, right, I need to do this first, because what came up for me was resistance to allowing or believing that anything is possible. And when I thought about it, I was like, there's this resistance there to being open to it, even though I do a lot of energy processes. Obviously I'm an energy healer and I trust so much of that. I've used reiki on myself, energy healing on myself, to help myself get better quickly from feeling ill, like maybe if you want to call it that, like viruses, flus, anything at all. If I've got an infection or it seems like an infection of some sort, then I'll use the energy healing from that. I use energy healing to calm me down. I use energy healing for pain relief. And I trust all of that. I trust my intuitive nudges and things like that. But yeah, there was this resistance to the belief of miracles. And I heard someone talking about how everything is a miracle, and something really clicked in for me. And like, just the fact that we exist is a miracle. Like the phenomenal chance that the right sperm met the egg at the time of your conception, it's like, just makes you a miracle. How we breathe, how our brains work, how all of this works is a miracle. The way that plants grow, it's a damned miracle. Everything's a miracle. And that, when I start to look at that, I was like, I can believe miracles much more, and I start to see how every breath I take is a miracle. It's phenomenal. So what I want to do now is just do some tapping around resistance generally, because this came up at reading comments from people who part of the challenge, the part of the membership, made me go, wow, people are resisting. And some of those beliefs come from like subconscious patterning. And for me, I know the resistance comes from my upbringing, challenges that are around that. They come from that programming, that conditioning that I grew up with. And then something that dropped in for me just a couple of days ago on this was that the way that I was brought up and the things that I was taught growing up, I've since come to believe are untrue or not real. It's like actually created this resistance to believing anything, even though I believe I'm alive in some way. To some extent, I believe I'm alive. And I was like, if I start to see more of that the fact that I'm alive is a miracle, the fact that life exists is a miracle, then I can start to allow belief in everything to change and to become more real for me. So this is just some short EFT for releasing resistance to whatever you want it to be. It can be resistance to miracles, which will be the theme that I'll be using, but you could also use it for resistance to healing, for resistance to self-improvement, for resistance to self-care, which is another big thing that I support people with. Resistance to accepting parts of yourself, who you are, and things like that. So yeah, this is a biggie. So enjoy. So generally when I'm doing EFT, and you can find some other EFT videos on my channel in the playlist, I do when I do a group EFT session, when I do a one-to-one EFT session, we do a little bit of grounding in first. So if you find any of my videos, if you are part of my EFT groups portal on my website, if you come and join me for any EFT, we do a short grounding meditation first. But this is for the purpose of my free content here on YouTube. We're just going to close our eyes for a moment and take a breath and feel the weight of your body sinking into the ground or the chair that you're sat on. So just doing that. Just feel the weight of your body sinking into the ground or the surface that you're sat on. And just allow your breath to be deep and full. And then thinking on the thing that you're feeling the resistance on. So in this case, I'm going to talk about miracles, but whatever it is that you're feeling the resistance on. On a scale of 1 to 10, how deep is that resistance? With 10 being you're super resistant and you don't believe it's possible or achievable or you can have it or do it or whatever. And 1 is, you absolutely have total belief in miracles, in your ability to take good care of yourself, in your worth, your self-worth, your self-esteem, all of that. 1 is that's where we're aiming for. And then taking another breath in, you've got your number. Where in your body does that resistance, where do you feel it? Is there a constriction? And just whatever part of your body you feel it in. So taking a real moment to feel into that. And if you have to pause the video at this point to just feel what that's like in your body, I do highly recommend that. So just closing your eyes, get your number, big breath in. Where do you feel that resistance? So for me, when I feel resistance, it's often up here or in my abdomen. So they're the points that I'm going to use. I recommend when you're doing EFT on a video like this, you use the parts of your body that come up or the number that comes up for you, anywhere where I mention a body part or a number. Absolutely can just repeat what I say, that's fine. But I also like to recommend self-direction and self-empowerment, and that's EFT works. It's very best when we're using our own emotions and energy. So using that now, guiding you, we're going to just do a short round of EFT to release that resistance. So tapping points are the side of the hand, eyebrow, side of the eye, under the nose, chin, collarbone, under the arm, the wrists, which is one a lot of other EFT practitioners don't use, but I like to use, and the top of the head. So we're going to start here first. We're going to do 3 setup statements here. Even though I feel all of this resistance in my chest to believing that miracles can happen, I choose to deeply and completely accept who I am. Even though I have all of this resistance in my chest that feels so tight and constricting to a deep belief in miracles, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel this resistance in my chest to a belief in anything, sometimes, but in this belief that anything is possible, that anything can happen, and that my hopes and dreams can come true, for all of this resistance. And I choose now to accept where I am and to love and honour that. This deep resistance to believing, the deep resistance to believing that anything is possible. Like, consciously, I can say, I believe. But when I sit and think for a moment, it feels like it's impossible. All this resistance that I feel is holding me back from even taking the action to do the things that would help. I'm resisting taking action because I don't believe it'll do anything. And that's holding me back from my dreams. It's holding me back from the life I'd most like to have. So it's time to let that resistance go. Because I want to have an amazing life. I'd love to have an amazing life. That is my deepest hope and dream. But I can't create that as long as I believe it won't happen. But I'm alive. And the sun is in the sky. And all of those things seem impossible when you think of the odds of them happening. So why can't I believe that my hopes and dreams, that the miracles I wish to create, could be possible too? So I'm clearing that resistance now. I'm letting it go. Clearing it through space and time. That resistance is no more. Because then I can create the miracles. I can believe in the miracles. And I can trust myself to create them. And move forward towards my hopes and dreams in body, mind, and soul. Take a breath in. Just check in with yourself with what that resistance feels like now. If that number is the same or it's even gone up, don't worry, that can happen. That's the process, that's the part and the beauty of the process. So just allow that to be. Allow yourself to be open to the healing that happens through this as well. There's always some energy healing weaved in to this EFT as well. It's just part of who and what I do, who I am and what I do. And just go through the EFT again and see what happens and where you're feeling that. And if that constriction or that tightness or wherever you were feeling it is lessening, then you know it's working. And just keep doing it until that number comes down, until that resistance eases off and you start to feel better. Highly recommend doing EFT every day. I do. I love it. It's so good, so powerful. And yeah, let me know in the comments how that was for you, how you feel. And yeah, join me for more EFT on my channel anytime. And watch out for the EFT to actually call in those miracles, which I will be creating very soon. Bye.